If I were to eventually commit here, it was because it was my choice. He didn't convince me.
Mackenzie Looze wasn't supposed to swim in college. She wasn't supposed to go to Indiana, and she wasn't supposed to swim for her dad, Indiana swim and dive head coach Ray Looze.
I didn't even recruit her. She told me she wanted to leave the state. So, we had her look at other schools outside of state, and then she decided, well, could I please be recruited? So I had one of our assistant coaches recruit her. He's like, I don't know if she's going to be any good. It took some guts to say that with me in the room, but I told her that after he left, and I just said, well, yeah, people don't think you're going to be that good of a swimmer.
Despite what the critics said, Mackenzie would turn into one of the best swimmers on the IU team. She's a 5-time All-American, a second-team All-Big Ten swimmer, and even competed at the U.S. Olympic swimming trials.
She's been at those meets for a little while now, since 2019, but to see her win was like incredible. And Corey Chitwood was standing next to me and he goes, what are you feeling right now? And I go, honestly, I'm just gonna watch the race and I have zero expectations. Because she was seeded first, and then she actually won. Just stuff that I never imagined.
Well, Mackenzie has had her share, getting plenty of these, winning key races against top swim schools such as Virginia, Missouri, and Ohio State. It's swimming for the man on this sideline that brings out the most emotions.
I say it's a lot of ups and downs. It's a lot of forgiving and a lot of grace, I have to say. Sometimes, especially with somebody that's your coach, whether it is your dad or not, things can get heated and things get intense, especially on deck. And so you just kind of have to take everything with a grain of salt. He cares about every single swimmer, but there's an extra layer there because I'm his daughter. He really, really wants me to do well. And I know that sometimes when I'm racing that he gets a little extra nervous. Sometimes he can't watch it, but I know that he wants me to do well on multiple levels as a swimmer and as his daughter.
I'm just enjoying it. I try to be a parent, and also do my job as a coach and see if I can balance those two things. So I just think if it's a bad race or whatnot, I need to be a parent, and then if it's a good race, all the credit goes to her. So I try to treat her just like I would anybody else.
With a job that limits the amount of time this father-daughter duo got to spend together, there's no better time than the present to make up for it.
It's been a blessing to spend 5 years with her because with what I do, I've missed a lot, of like my kids' activities and school functions. So when she came here, she goes, now that I'm in college, will you miss me? And I go, no, I'm gonna see you more than I ever have.
This is about the time when everyone gets to get away from their parents, but I chose to stay. And that's certainly because of the caliber of coach that he is. I am immensely grateful that I got to do this with him, and I know that he is very grateful. So I get to have a deeper relationship with him, and he gets to know me on a deeper level than I would say that most parents get to know their children.